Chicago issuing a stay-at-home advisory for the next 30 days as COVID cases surge. It's one of many cities that are instituting new restrictions where our next guest owns and operates restaurants. In fact, his Chicago location is temporarily closed. Our guest is Cameron Mitchell. He's the founder and CEO of Cameron Mitchell Restaurants, and we've been checking in with him since the beginning of this pandemic. Cameron, it's good to see you. How you doing?
Good morning, Becky. How are you? I'm good, thank you.
So where do things stand right now? I know that this kind of went through rolling waves for you, where you had to close all of your restaurants, where you were able to reopen some. How are things going right now?
Well, to be honest with you, we're riding the COVID wave. I feel like I did back in the very beginning of March when COVID was just coming into view for America. And we started, before we had the close down, we started to see sales begin to drop. And then eventually we were shut down in mid to late March across the country. And I feel like we're right at that exact same spot again. We have over 150,000 cases yesterday. Our sales are beginning to drop. We got up to about 73% of last year's sales in September. In October, as cases have grown and the states have started to slide, and it's getting worse. Yesterday, I think the U.S. is reporting over 150,000 cases. So I feel like we're right back at the beginning almost, and I feel like we're going to be shut down, and we're already seeing cities roll back from 50% to 25%. Beverly Hills, no indoor dining. Chicago shut down. New York at 25%, and restaurants simply cannot survive at all on those types of sales, let alone without any sort of stimulus, additional stimulus or PPP from the government.
Hey, Cameron, what you said is kind of interesting, though, that sometimes sales drop before the government even acts in these cases, and that's people who get concerned. They see the higher case count and they don't want to expose themselves. The governments have said that this time around it's not going to be as strict as it was in times past. I don't know if they mean that for restaurants or not, but even if governments don't shut things down, do you think it's just going to be a lack of consumer demand that puts you in such an extreme position, even if the governments don't say you have to close?
Yeah, absolutely, Becky. So our governor in the state of Ohio announced on Wednesday evening he's going to wait 7 more days and then advocate shutting down bars, restaurants, gyms, et cetera, because of the case counts and the hospital loads. So I feel Ohio, which is our home state, majority of our restaurants are here. We're going to see closures next week. But what the reality is the guests also, and their attitude, as sales drop, even with capacity or limited capacity or what, restaurants can actually lose more money than they could being shut down at 25% sales level. So it's getting worse. I know for a fact we're starting to lose money now. I just got my financial statements from last week. We are in the process, as we continue to slide, going to start losing more and more money. And we need the stimulus package and we need the PPP renewed at its level, which saved us. I wouldn't be sitting here talking with you today if we didn't get it last time. And we need a renewal of that package at its level it was before. Congress has talked in some of their proposals of limiting it to $2 million. And, we got $10 million last time. We needed that $10 million again. We need PPP renewed at the same level it was. Whether you have 50 restaurants, 5 restaurants, 1 restaurant, you have 50 sick restaurants, 5 sick restaurants, 1 sick restaurant. The numbers and the losses are just exacerbated. So I'm advocating all of us in the restaurant industry, all full service restaurants across the country. We're all in the same boat, whether you're a small independent, mid-sized company like ours or a larger company. We're all in trouble here.
Cameron, I know you have spoken with legislators in the past. You've reached out to Congress. What have you heard back in terms of, you have to be disappointed that nothing was done before the election. I don't know what your thoughts are in terms of how likely something will get done during a lame duck session. What have you heard back from the congressmen you've reached out to?
Well, I've just started back. In fact, I'm sending another letter out today to our Congress people. But and we're fighting. I belong to a CEO group here with the restaurant industry that we work on, but it's challenging to hear. We got so close last time before the election, and now they seem to be farther apart than ever. And I don't know what Congress needs to see and how much blood on the streets Congress needs to see and carnage in this industry, but it's happening. It's happening right now, right under our nose right now, and it's going to get worse. And I believe we might be at 250,000 cases a day or more here in America shortly, and our guests aren't going to come out to dinner. And it's whether we're shut down or not, ostensibly we will be, and we need the help.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.